Senge's second principle of discipline is building a shared vision. So in our acronym, most valuable player team sports, we're going to focus on the V in vision and say this is the second one, valuable. So what is it? Well, it is where the business must create a shared vision of the future. If you are going to change, you've got to create an end goal, a mental picture, even a literal picture for everyone of what the business will look like in the future after it's successfully implemented change. So this makes people committed to change in the long term, even when things might be difficult in the short term. It also, if people know where we're headed, it encourages risk-taking, innovation and ideas because they want to help the business get to the desired future. And fundamentally, people in the business change because they want to, not because they're told to. They can see this desired future and they're going to come along for the ride and change. So let's look at some examples. So we could take the old mental model of Apple for a long time was we're a business that makes personal computers, and it wasn't, it was a really good business, but it wasn't what it is today. And that's because the mental model's changed. So from 2001 onwards, it was we're a business that makes devices to make your life better. iPod, iPhone, Apple Watch, Apple TV, Apple Health, etc. And that's the mental model, but the vision, how did it create the vision? Well, there's the very famous 2007 Steve Jobs Apple presentation for the iPhone, where he gets up and says, we're actually going to replace, this is going to sound crazy, we're going to get rid of the iPod, the phone, and the internet, so 3 possible revenue streams, and just have one product. It's called the smartphone. All right, sounds like it's going to, not be great because we're giving up 3 products for one, but it's going to change the world and it's going to change our business, and I need you on board for that. So that's an old example. In our course, we've got to give contemporary examples, so we can't really use that one, but we can still use Apple because we've looked at Tim Cook, the new CEO. He is a big fan of this Apple Watch, and in particular, the vision of the future has changed for the Apple Watch. So he's kind of saying, I know when we started it in 2014, it was basically a smartphone to wear on your wrist, but that's not what we're doing anymore. From about 2019 onwards, he's been selling the vision. This is a health device. Customers, yeah, you can access your emails and your Facebook and that, but it's designed to make people's health, well-being and mental state better. And he's literally said, I personally think this will be Apple's greatest contribution to society ever, bar none, including the iPhone. So that's creating a vision now. People are on board for this change. What about General Motors? Well, the old mental model was we're an American car. We make big, powerful petrol-based V8 engines for Americans. Not anymore. We're a global car maker who makes the cars that customers want for the future, even if they're smaller and electric. Well, you've got to now sell that vision, build the vision. And this is the CEO, Mary Barra. She's doing a great job. She came out in 2020 and said, we're actually going to introduce 30 new electric cars by 2025. And then she came out a little bit later and said, oh, and by the way, all electric cars by 2035. No more petrol cars. And basically the vision she's creating to get everyone at General Motors on board is saying, I believe in this idea so much. My career is staked on it. Like, if this succeeds, she's a superstar. If it doesn't, she loses her job. But she's devoting $27 billion to it and saying this is the future and we change now and win, or we change later and lose. So building a vision of what the future looks like and getting all those employees at General Motors who might be worried about their jobs if we're not making petrol cars anymore, getting them on board and getting them to be a part of this electric future.